Joining us today, we welcome Carolyn Hull. She is the General Manager of the Economic and Workforce Development Department, or the EWDD. We're so glad to have you with us, Carolyn.
It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, glad to have you. Give us an overview of what the EWDD does.
The Economic and Workforce Development Department develops, delivers, and promotes programs and initiatives that support small businesses, that support youth development. We also have a real estate division that actually activates underutilized land so that we can provide revenue to the general fund. And we have a nationally recognized workforce development division that provides job training. We provide access to capital. We support incubators, because really our goal is to provide the resident with an opportunity to have a sustainable and living wage.
How do you support small business?
We have 10 business source centers, and through that collaboration, they gain access to capital, they have free technical support, we provide loans to small businesses as well, but the most important thing is that they're the resource that our small businesses can reach out to, that are free services, and that they have one-on-one consultation.
Talk a little bit more about the WorkSource Center. What exactly is that?
The WorkSource Center, it's like a matching service for job seekers and employers. If you're a job seeker, you can go into one of our 17 WorkSource centers and you can get assistance with building your resume, get assistance with doing mock interviews, job placement, understanding what training you're going to need, and it's all free. And if you're an employer and you're seeking employees, you can come to the WorkSource Center and talk about the skills that you're looking for, and if that skill set is not easily attainable, we can work with the job seekers and actually subsidize their training.
Let's talk a little bit about the JEDI Zone. First of all, terrific name. So clever. JEDI stands for Jobs and Economic Development Incentive Zone. Correct?
That's
yes,
right.
That's correct. I had to check my work. What is a JEDI Zone? What happens there?
What we found is that so many of our main streets are so vital to what makes LA for all of us. And so many of those main streets and communities need support for their small businesses. So what we did is we looked at communities and areas that were underserved, were challenged with high vacancy rates for their stores, and quite frankly, just needed a refurbishment and revitalization. So instead of looking at the city as a whole, what we did is try to concentrate resources into those areas so that it'd be most impactful.
Okay. So you're looking at areas that need help. They need what, improvement for their facade? They need improvement. What sort of improvement are you talking about making?
Well, a few things. One, in the JEDI zones, you get concierge services. We actually have staff that has walked to every business in these JEDI zones to get them engaged so that we can answer their questions. And so now they have a person in government that they can talk to, which is so critical. So when we go into a JEDI zone, our coordinators will sit down and do an intake. What are your needs? And we have programs, of course, but we want to find out, what do you need? And then we will find those services for you. We'll work with you to find those services either within government or outside of government. So for example, if you want to put up a sign, getting a permit for the sign in the city of Los Angeles is not the easiest thing to do, but really important for a business owner.
Yes.
So our concierge service will help the business owner work through the bureaucracy to get the permits that they need in order to put up the sign. Another element is commercial facades. We are looking at putting together a grant program so that the commercial facades can be completed, and we're working with a nonprofit organization that helps us with the architects and putting together all the material that an owner would need in order to do the facade.
Compliance assistance is something no one ever wants to hear about, but it's absolutely necessary, especially in a city like Los Angeles.
Absolutely, and oftentimes our small businesses are so busy just running their business that they don't even realize they're out of compliance. So having the ability again to have that concierge service with someone who can directly interface with the government system and get answers for the entrepreneur, the small business owner, in a language that they can understand. And that's another thing I should point point out that all of our services are in language. Our nonprofit work source centers and business source centers work in a plethora of languages.
Yeah. You'll go find it. You'll go find the person who speaks the language that needs to be.
Exactly, whether it's Spanish, Armenian, whatever language that is,
Sure.
we will find the individual that can communicate with you in the language that you feel comfortable with.
I love the thought of concierge service. I mean, just the term makes it it's very upscale. I love that. The folks who are providing that concierge service, are they volunteers, or are they people who actually work within the EWDD department?
They work within EWDD.
Okay.
They're coordinators. Our workers at EWDD, when we go out to the Jedi zones, they know the names of the people who are working at EWDD.
I love that. It's personalized service.
It's a personalized service.
Yes, of course, because your neighborhood is, it's part of something much larger, but it's your neighborhood.
It's your neighborhood.
Area. Right.
And that's what we're here for. We're here to support and make sure that LA thrives.
Yeah, and yes, it absolutely needs to. Does the work of the Economic and Workforce Development Department extend into street vendors?
It does. We have a street vending program that we are collaborating with the county to start up.
Okay.
And that, again, we're providing street vendors with much of the same assistance that we have at our business source centers, which is technical assistance, providing them with funding to get to pay for their carts and permitting support. So really, street vendors are quite frankly just small businesses.
Yeah, they are. That's true. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the youth and adult job fairs.
We are gearing up for our summer youth employment right now. And during the summer months, those are the big months for when we try to get our youth employed and into internships. I would encourage our youth to go to our social media page and to keep posted on the events that we are hosting. This is job fair season, so please stay connected with us on social media.
When someone plans on going to a job fair, especially a young adult who may not have a lot of guidance in their life, should they go prepared to do an interview on the spot?
They should. They should come prepared to be interviewed on the spot.
Nice.
We try to make it as easygoing as possible.
Sure.
So they shouldn't worry about going and buying a suit.
Right.
Just come as you are.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I love it. Okay. Do you partner specifically with other people or companies in order to get job training for folks?
We do. We partner. One of our biggest partners is the community college system. In fact, we're co-located. Our work source centers and our youth source centers, many of them are co-located at community colleges, and that allows us to leverage the resources for training, bringing in new courses. We work really closely with adult training centers.
Okay. Any other partnerships and collaborations with EWDD that you guys have over there that you'd like to speak more about?
Well, EWDD is working really closely with the mayor's office to develop strategies around the next 5 years of our workforce system and looking at those industries that are going to be the job generators for the next 20-25 years. Stay tuned.
Carolyn, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Carolyn is the General Manager for the Economic and Workforce Development Department. We have shouted out a couple things while we've been here. I'm going to do it again. For more information, the best place to go is your website.
That's correct.
Which is ewdd.lacity.gov. But also, as we mentioned, you guys are big on social media. You guys are on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on LinkedIn, all the information that anybody could need about the services you folks offer over there is there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we look forward to interacting with all of our job seekers and our youth.
Very good. Thank you so much, Carolyn, for coming in. We're glad to have you back.
Thank you.
And that does it for this edition of LA Currents. I'm Ann Pulice. We're going to see you next time.